Welcome Nursing 662 students. This is Audrey Torres, and I'd like to review the schedule for spring 2020. In the forums section, I would like to have students grouped 4 to 5 students within a group to post their forum assignments. If you'd like to be in a group with some of your peers in this course, please go ahead and email me the student names by January 20th. Participation with synchronous sessions. You will be graded. There are 3 synchronous sessions, and we will go through the dates. There are forum assignments. There are 6 entries for the forum assignments. Each entry needs to be at least 2 scholarly paragraphs. There's grading criteria at the end of this document, and all forum assignments are due on the dates listed in the table below, and it should also be in the forum section. There's 3 scholarly papers due this semester. The dates are listed. We have 2 5-page papers and 1 10-page final change project. For the final change project presentation and paper, you're going to be presenting on the same topic. So your final change paper will be your final change presentation, and you may work in groups of 2 for your final change project. You will send your final change project topic to me prior to April 1st for me to review, so that we can make sure that your project is a substantial change project. So as you can see here, I have the dates and the week for the entire semester with the content that we are going to review and the assignments in the far right column. So for the first week, you're going to introduce yourself in a 1 to 2 minute video and load it to forums. And there's points assigned for that, and that will be due by January 19th by midnight. There's also some reading assignments and videos posted in Laulima in the lessons section. For week 2, it's going to be the week of January 19th. We're going to talk about leadership theories and styles, professionalism, and communication. We're going to have our first synchronous session on January 22nd from 5 to 6 p.m. And this is where we'll go through our first scholarly paper that will be due in February. Each week you will see your reading assignments and videos posted in the far right column here. And all of these are also listed within the lessons for the week in Laulima. For week 3, it starts January 26th, and we're going to talk about developing leadership in healthcare. There are reading assignments, and we have our first forum. Our forum states to discuss the qualities of an exceptional leader and compare to your leadership style as applied to your specialty. The forum is due February 1st by midnight. Please remember to answer all the entire question listed in the forum to get your full points. Week 4 begins February 2nd, and we're going to talk about ethical decision making. We have another forum assignment. The forum assignment for this week will be to search the literature for an article to support ethical decision making in healthcare and post 2 forums with a brief summary of the article and why the article was selected. So remember, when you post your forum, to also post the article itself in PDF form. There's also reading assignments and videos for this week. Week 5 begins February 9th. We're going to talk about conflict. And at this point in time, you're going to work on your scholarly paper, which would have been introduced the week prior. And the topic of the scholarly paper is to describe a time in your professional career when you had to make an ethical or bioethical decision. And that's a 5-page paper, and that will be due February 14th by midnight. Week 6 starts February 16th. We're going to talk about practice partnerships, leadership, development, and change theory. We're also going to have our second synchronous session Wednesday, February 19th from 5 to 6 p.m. We have reading assignments loaded to Laulima. There is a forum. The forum topic is to discuss the role of an advanced practice nurse and the ability to be a change agent in practice to influence behaviors and positive changes in practice. That will be due February 21st by midnight. Week 7 begins February 23rd. We're going to talk about professional practice. We also introduce our second scholarly writing to interview a leader in your specialty area regarding conflict management and change theory. Discuss how the leader addresses conflict management and applies change theory in an effort to be an effective leader, and inquire how the leader would address issues facing healthcare and leaders today. This is due March 6th, and we will have an in-depth discussion during our second synchronous session about what is expected within this paper, and we will be reviewing the grading rubric at that time. Week 7 begins March 1st. We're going to talk about economics. We'll also have our midterm evaluation. We're going to give you additional time to work on your scholarly paper, which is due March 6th, and there will be reading assignments and videos posted in Laulima in the lesson section. Week 9 begins March 8th, and we'll be talking about accountability, and we will have our third synchronous session on Wednesday, March 11th from 5 to 6 p.m. We're going to be reviewing our final presentation and project requirements during that synchronous session. There's also reading assignments and videos posted in Laulima. Week 10 begins March 15th, and this is spring break, so there's no assignments. Week 11 is March 22nd. We're going to talk about health policy. We now introduce our final topic presentation, where students can start to think about what they might want to implement as a change project. I'd like you folks to send me your change project topic via email by April 1st. The final change project recorded presentation is due April 18th, and your final change project paper is due May 5th. So the week of March 29th is week 12. We're going to talk about legislative action and relationship building. There are reading assignments and videos posted in Laulima in the lesson section. We have a forum this week. How can you assist with supporting health policy and legislative changes in your role? This will be due by April 4th by midnight. Week 13 begins April 5th. We're going to talk about negotiations. There are reading assignments and videos posted to the lessons section in Laulima. We're going to make sure that we have our final presentation loaded to the forum section by April 18th. And the reason we load it to the forum section is so that our peers can also watch our presentation. So this is just reminding you what assignments are due coming up. The week of April 12th is week 14th. We're going to talk about succession planning. You will have reading assignments and videos posted to Laulima, and this will also give you an opportunity to complete your final presentation. Your final presentation and your final paper, you can work in groups of 2. If you'd like to work with another student in the course, please let me know when you email me your change project topic. Week 15 begins April 19th, and this will give you an opportunity to work on your final presentations. There is a forum due this week. What did you learn from this class that you plan to implement in practice? How will you change your practice? What are your thoughts on succession planning? This will be due April 24th by midnight. And then your final change project scholarly paper, 10 pages max, will be due on May 5th by midnight. Week 16 begins April 26th, and this is where I have the opportunity to look at grading the papers or finishing up any forum assignments that needs to be completed. Week 17, which is May 3rd, your papers are due shortly after. And then for the week of May 10th is when I need to load the grades. I've added grading criteria to this document where we talk about scholarly forums, what you need to have all of your points for the scholarly forums. So it should be content reflective of the reading material, specific to the discussion, so you're answering the question that was posted. And it should be at least 2 paragraphs, minimum of 6 sentences per paragraph, and it should follow APA format with at least 2 references from reading assignments or relevant scholarly material. There's 3 synchronous sessions for this semester. All are worth 5 points. If you're unable to join, you need to complete an asynchronous review of our synchronous session, and then I will give you questions to answer. Your ethical, bioethical, scholarly paper, this gives you a description. It will be worth 15 points, and there's a grading rubric that is loaded in the resource section in Laulima. Same thing with the scholarly interview. This is loaded to assignments, which will have a detailed information about each assignment. And you will also have the ability to look at the rubric, the grading rubric within the assignments tab. Our last paper project will be your final change project paper. You have a presentation that's worth 10 points. And then you also have a paper that will be worth 20 points. That wraps it up. That's a whole semester in just a couple of minutes, and looking forward to a great semester with each of you. I really tried to gear the synchronous sessions to the assignments that are due because I've loaded so much content to the lesson section. There's lots of reading this semester, so looking forward to a great semester. Thank you folks so much.